Hi there, I'm Naomi Appleton. I'm going to give you a tour of the Edinburgh Buddhist Studies Virtual Conference Centre, where we will be hosting the UKABS conference this year. So although there have been quite a lot of benefits to online conferencing over the past year and a bit, I think we're all quite aware of the downsides as well. So fatigue at sitting through long conference papers on the screen, but also just the loss of all of those informal interactions around the edges of the conference that are often as important as the papers themselves. So we've adapted this conference to try out some different formats. We've got shorter papers and panels and roundtable discussions, and perhaps more experimentally, we are going to use Gathertown as a virtual space to try to foster some more interaction. So this is a little demo as to how that's going to work. So to get into Gathertown, you need to click on the link in the email that we send out to conference attendees, and we recommend Chrome as the best browser for this. The password for the space is also in the email, and please do use the email you registered with to log in so that we know who you are. In addition to the password, there's another little bit of a setup before you can enter the space, and that's what you can view on the screen here now. So because I've been in Gather before, I've already got a character, but you will need to set one. And so you can choose whichever avatar you feel most inclined to be on this particular day. And you can choose what clothing you wear. And please enter your full name. This is the equivalent of the conference badge, if you like. So we really would like to know who you are in real life. You can then check that everything is set up okay on this side. So check that the screen, that the camera is working and the microphone and the speakers, and test all that out. And then when you're ready, you click Join the Gathering, and here I am in the conference hall. So the way that Gathertown works is it's based on proximity. So the idea is you wander around using the arrow keys on the keyboard, and when you get close to somebody else, it switches to a video call. And there are also spaces marked out at various points on the floor, which are private spaces where everybody within that space is immediately on a group video call together. So to show how that works, I can see that Elodie, our fantastic Edinburgh Buddhist Studies Network assistant, is over there. I'm going to wander up and say hello. Hello, Elodie.
Hello.
So you can see that it automatically switches into a video call, and you can make it bigger by clicking this button here. And then you can also make it smaller if you want to. And when you're finished having a chat, you simply wander off, bye, and it stops being a video call. So if you're looking for somebody in particular, you can use this panel over here. So it shows who the participants are. And if you click on somebody's name, then you can see that you can send them a chat message, you can find them on a map, you can follow them, which takes your avatar over to find theirs. A little bit stalkerish, probably best used with caution. And you can also on here send chat messages to the whole group or to other people who are nearby, but we don't really want to use that too much. We're really looking for the personal interactions at this event, so try to keep it for individuals. And while we're looking at the screen and the features, it's worth noting that there is also this bar at the bottom, so you can edit your name or your avatar if you set it up wrong at the beginning. There's also a place for reactions and hands up. We won't really be using that, neither the screen share for our conference. And there's a little mini map which just shows you where you are in the space. But I'm going to give you a little tour now just so that you know where things are in any case. So I'm wandering around the space and I want to show you some places, and I'm using the arrow keys to move around. Here in the main hall, it's mostly social spaces, so you see you can go and drink some tea together. You can wander around in this lovely garden area, but there are also some practical things. So you'll see that objects show up with a little yellow frame around them, and the other key to know on Gathertown is the X key. When you get close to an object, if you press X, you get to interact with that object, and here we have the conference program showing on the bulletin board, and then press X again to get away from that view. Over in this corner we have a little centre set up for our partner publisher, the publisher that works very closely with the UK Association for Buddhist Studies, namely Equinox. And at this stand there are various books you can browse, and also some links for special offers, and there'll be members of the Equinox team at the stand during the conference breaks as well. So that's the area in the main bit of the hall, and you'll see that there are rooms off to the left and the right, and perhaps most importantly, up the top. So I'll show you that first of all. So this is a really important place. So we have made all the posters and videos available in advance on the conference blog, but they're also placed in this room, and during the relevant part of the conference, their creators will be standing next to their creations ready to talk to you about them. So I'll go in and show you what that looks like. So here is the poster room. And as well as being our fantastic network assistant, Elodie is in fact a PhD student at the university. And so over here, well, again, I can view the list of all the presentations onto the conference website if I wanted to. But if I go up to Elodie's poster, I can see Elodie again. And also if I click X, I can view her fantastic poster about her PhD project. So you can view the posters and chat with their creators simultaneously and ask all the questions that you have. And also if you want to sneak into this room earlier on in the conference to have a browse, you can also do that. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So that's the poster room. And then back in the main hall, the other main room of interest is the conference room off to the right here, except we are going to be using Zoom for the main parts of the conference, the panels and the round tables. But if you want to get into the Zoom call from the Gathertown space, you can simply enter this room and click X and it'll give you the link through to the Zoom call. You can just go straight into the Zoom call directly using the links that you'll have received in the emails if you prefer. So those are two key spaces, and then I suppose the other time we're hoping to use this facility is for more social interactions, and over on the left here you can find a more social space, and this is the closest we can get to providing you with a bar, and also I know it's a summer conference but it is in Scotland, so you probably will want to all sit around the fire. Worth noting that these purple patches here, these rugs, these are private spaces, which means that anybody in the same private space will be on a group video call together, so you can have small group conversations, and we've even left you a few games on one of the tables if you so wish. So that might be a good space to use during lunch breaks or also after the end of the keynote speakers each day. And then the only other thing to show you really are these two small meeting rooms off the side. So if you've got a slightly larger group of people and you want to have a conversation together, do feel free to use these also during the conference. So that's basically the space, and as I said, the key things to remember are the arrow keys to move and the X key to interact with the different objects. So we hope that you'll enjoy it. It's a bit of an experiment and we will be asking for your feedback on it at the end of the event, but we hope it will mean that it feels a little bit more like a normal conference. We're certainly enjoying, looking forward to seeing you all on the system in due course. And when you've had enough, you simply go to this bunch of grapes icon over on the left, and then you click on the Go Home button.